Alright everybody, so I'm doing a video on the TCL 65-inch 825. I also have a TCL 65-inch 625. Both TVs are brand new, owned them less than a month. Heard nothing but great things about these TVs. They got great reviews on CNET and ratings. So I was rummaging through some forums about settings and whatnot and came across a problem these TVs are having with other people, and I was like, hey, let me test it, see if I have this problem. Well, sure enough, I do. So when you're watching HDR content, if you have the picture setting HDR set to brighter, you tend to get these flickers, these flashes. Sometimes the color of the scene changes, and it's only when you're watching HDR content with HDR Bright. If you set the HDR level to normal or dark, you don't see this flicker whatsoever. If you watch in Dolby Vision, you don't see this flicker. This happens on both of my TVs, the 825 and 625. I haven't seen any videos on it, so I figured I'd make one in case people are having a problem or wanted to know what I was talking about if you're looking to invest in one of these TVs. So I'll put up a video to show you kind of what's going on. Basically running my PS4 to the TV directly HDMI. PS4 Netflix only does HDR, doesn't support Dolby Vision. So these videos are in HDR off of the PS4. Now if I use the Netflix app on my TV, which supports Dolby Vision, this does not happen. But if you are using a DVD player with 4K content that doesn't support Dolby Vision, this is going to happen while you're watching a physical copy, and it can be really annoying when you're watching it. On the 825, it's very noticeable. I'm guessing because of the mini LEDs. Versus the 625, it's not as noticeable, but it's still there, and it's still annoying. People that I've commented with online in the forums and whatnot, they've contacted TCL. TCL and Roku refuse to acknowledge this problem, and they've offered people refunds on TVs instead of actually looking into it and maybe just doing a firmware update, because it probably is just a firmware problem. So without any more mumbo jumbo, let's get into this video. This is the movie Bright on Netflix through the PS4, HDR. I currently have my TV set on Bright. I'm going to play two different scenes, and I'll try to call out what is happening when it's happening. So let's start the scene here. So right there, you see the screen get brighter. That's the screen. That's nothing I'm doing. That's not my camera phone. That's the picture. The next scene we're going to see is when he's done talking to the daughter, they're going to move into the next room. Right as they move into the cuts into the next room, you're going to see it flash. It's going to dim. You're going to see the wall on the left change color. Here we go. There's the flash. There's the dim. There's the wall color change on the left. This does this through the whole movie on HDR. It's almost like the TV can't decide if the screen should be bright or dim. Now, me, preferably, I like watching HDR Bright. The colors are more vibrant. To me, if you have it on dark or normal, some scenes are just too dark. It just doesn't, it looks very faded. It's not a good picture to me. So Bright would be ultimately what I'd be watching everything on, and I can't even watch it because the screen flickers and changes colors. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably saying, hey, well, maybe it's just the movie, the content of the movie. I'm going to show you a second option here. So we're going to back out of this. So now, this is going to flip from a nighttime picture to a daytime picture, and you're just going to see the screen pop with brightness. It's crazy. So there's some popping right there, brightness coming and going. Another pop of brightness. Apologies if this is too violent for you, but it's a good example of what this TV is doing. So normal picture right now. So there's some dimming and popping there. Boom, see that dimming and then popping back bright? That's what the TV does when you're watching that HDR content. Now, if I change it to, let's pause this for a minute. If I change the setting to, so we're on bright, we're going to change it to normal. So you see there we're on normal. We're going to back out. Okay, I'm going to rewind this a little bit. Kind of watch the same scene again here, and you're going to notice there's no flickering, there's no change in brightness. It really doesn't do it on normal, as is the same for dark.
Finally, the family can feast.
So right about here there was some flickering and popping. There's nothing going on right now. Screen fades out perfect. It's going to come back in. Boom, doesn't go dark, doesn't come light again. So I've reached out to TCL through their Twitter. I sent them a video of what's going on. Hopefully, if they get enough complaints, they'll update the firmware and maybe fix this, because basically they're selling broken TVs to people. And sites like CNET and Ratings, they, with their preferences to watch it in HDR dark, again, I'm not going to sit here and say they're paid advertisers or whatever for the TV, but the dark just doesn't look good. So I don't know why they'd be exclamating that setting when the bright is the best picture to me. But that's the picture with the problem. So I don't know, guys. Comment what you think. Maybe we get enough people to, with the TV, if it's happening to them, to complain about it, they'll fix it. I don't know. Right now, they're not acknowledging it. They're just saying, oh, we'll give you your money back. And it's like, I don't want my money back. I want a working TV that I paid for. There's a reason I bought the TV. It's the right price point for the quality, but if it's just not going to be operable, I mean, what is the point of buying a TV? You're selling broken TVs to people, and it's not right. Now, obviously things in life aren't right, but you're not spending $50 on something. You're spending hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars for a TV. So comment below. Let me know what you think. Will this sway you from not getting it? Can you live without the HDR Bright setting? Can you live without HDR material and just go with Dolby Vision, which has no problems? Are you having this problem and looking for a resolve also? Leave some comments below, and I'll update you on anything I hear about it. All right, peace.